Hello and welcome! Today I am making a special request recipe from my #1 follower, Brad. He requested that I make this mushroom stroganoff recipe. It's from the Forks Over Knives cookbook, so I'm gonna try that. I don't think I've ever had stroganoff myself. It's traditionally a beef dish served in a rich sour cream sauce. I know there's like noodles, it's like a white sauce. Alright, okay. Anyway, this is gonna be an adventure. I've never made this recipe before, never had stroganoff. There were a lot of these ingredients that I could not get my hands on. They just didn't have them at the grocery store, so there's gonna be some weird substitutions. They're not weird, but there's gonna be some substitutions in here, just heads up. So, first I will go through the ingredients. 2 large shallots. This was the only one that was in the store, so got this, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit of regular onion, 4 cloves of garlic, 2 teaspoons of minced thyme, salt and pepper, 1 teaspoon of minced rosemary. Don't have that, didn't really want to buy it at the grocery store. I'm just gonna do a little bit more thyme. 1 pound of portobello mushrooms, stemmed and cut into large pieces. They only had 2 mushrooms and it was about half a pound, so I just got a half a pound of these other kinds of mushrooms. 1 ounce of porcini mushrooms soaked for 30 minutes in 1 cup of water that has just been boiled. Very specific. And then roughly chopped, it says. So I have these, I don't know, I have this dried black fungus. I think that, I don't know. So I just am soaking them and I'm gonna use these. This is a real experiment. Half a cup of dry white wine. I didn't want to buy a bottle of wine, so I am gonna do a 1/4 cup of lemon juice and a 1/4 cup of water to substitute white wine. I don't know if that's a real thing, but I've done it before and it was fine. 1 cup of tofu sour cream, and there's a recipe in the book for the tofu sour cream. I didn't feel like doing that, so I bought tofu sour cream from the grocery store. 1 pound of whole grain fettuccine. They only had brown rice pasta, chopped parsley for a garnish. So those are the ingredients with a lot of substitutions. This might get weird. Let's get started. First, I got the water started. I'm gonna get that to a boil and then cook the pasta. Let's go ahead and just prep the rest of the ingredients. I'm gonna start with the mushroom. So it says to take out the stems. It says to cut into big pieces. So I guess I'll just do just big strips like this. I'm gonna do the same thing for the smaller ones. Got my mushrooms prepped. That's a lot of mushrooms. I'm just gonna set them aside for now. Now I'm gonna chop my shallot/onion. The shallot's minced. Getting my onion tears. Got the onion as finely minced as I can. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mince the garlic also. Water's still not boiling yet for the pasta. I'm gonna go ahead and do my thyme. When you mince thyme, you have to take, grab a sprig, and then you gotta pull off all these tiny little leaves. If you don't want to go to the trouble of getting all these leaves off, you can probably substitute with dried thyme. You just have to maybe look up how much dried thyme would substitute for fresh thyme. Starting to get a little bit bubbles back there. Got my thyme minced. I'm looking for about 3 teaspoons of fresh thyme because I'm doing the thyme and substituting the rosemary with thyme. It's supposed to be 2 teaspoons of thyme and 1 teaspoon of rosemary if you're gonna use the original recipe. I'm gonna measure out my sour cream, just set it aside just so it's ready. I've got the rest of my ingredients prepped. Let's start cooking. Place the shallots in a large skillet, saute over medium heat. Just gonna heat the skillet for a second, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna call that a boil and go ahead and throw the pasta in the pot. Just did a little drizzle of olive oil. Pasta's cooking. I'm gonna go ahead and add the shallots to the skillet. Gonna let that soften up. Just following the pasta instructions, I set a timer and took it off the heat and covered the pot. Just cook your pasta however the box or the bag says to cook it. It's probably not gonna be like this. Okay, shallots are looking pretty good. Now I'm gonna add the garlic and the thyme. Just gonna give that a stir, and it should be fragrant pretty quick. And then just gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper and the mushrooms. Stir. It says to let that sit for like 10 minutes, stirring occasionally, and then add the porcini mushrooms, which is these guys that have been soaking. So I'm gonna take these out and give them a chop. I've got my soaked mushrooms chopped, and this is the liquid that they were soaking in, which we are going to need. Don't throw that away. Just waiting on the mushrooms, but they are looking pretty good. Okay, moment of truth for the pasta. I'm just gonna put it in this bowl that the mushrooms were in, just set it aside. Doing my best. Mushrooms are looking good. And the next step is to add my reserved mushroom liquid and white wine, which again I'm substituting with lemon and water. Stir and cook over medium-low heat for 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna let that cook for about 20 minutes and I'll be back. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. Just looked at the recipe again and realized I was supposed to also add these. So that's a bummer. I think I'm gonna add them now. Whoops. I'm gonna let those cook for like 10 minutes and then I'll be back. Mushrooms are looking good. It says to stir in the sour cream and then add the noodles and then we're done. I'm gonna get some parsley ready. Just did a quick rough chop of some parsley for the garnish on top. Now I'm gonna add the tofu sour cream. Stir that in. So this is what it looks like right now after I just added the tofu sour cream. Okay, I'm gonna add the noodles. Just gonna try to incorporate everything together. I'm gonna dish it up. Add some parsley. Pretty good. That is a unique flavor, definitely. I never would think to do like a sour cream sauce. I might add a little bit more lemon and maybe some red chili flake as like a garnish. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if there's a dish that you want me to try to make vegan, and I will be back with another video next week. Thanks, bye.